Are we going? Are we going? Oopsie daisies, I've got the right. Oh yeah, there's the animation. There you go. Hello! Hello everyone and welcome back to... Oh, didn't work. Send It's Weather Channel. Yeah! Hopefully the audio sounds a bit better than last time on this live stream. Don't mind me with my buttons not working, you know. It's like Gav, isn't it, really? The buttons never work properly, but we should be on now. Let me know if you can hear me all good. Yeah, the man of the moment with the Send It's Weather gif. Thanks, James. Saving the day. Right, anyway, we're gonna get on with looking at the latest from the Thunderstorms. I know some people have been quite excited about it. I've seen from the views on the videos that some people have been very excited about it. And we're going to be looking at all that today, as well as the latest from the model. So let's get them likes up. Let's get the viewers in here. We've got 7 of you in with 4 likes. Let's get them likes up to about, I don't know, 25. Why not? 25 likes. And I'll buy you a cookie. Hello to Les. We've got some new names in here as well. It's really nice to see all of these, all of the names in the chat. We don't normally have so many names. It's brilliant. I'm gonna pull up the UKV because it's just coming out. Oh, it's just come out, I should say. That doesn't sound right. It's just coming out though, and yeah, we'll pull that up so that everyone can see it. Obviously got all the mods, normal moderators in the chat keeping tabs on everyone, but I'm sure we'll have no bother today. But yeah, I've got some new names in here, so. First person in was Barb Max, so hello to you. Woohoo, live stream, yeah. You're lucky this week, 2 live streams in space of a week. Got Finley Boy, James098, of course, the Scottish Furry, Suits as well, Jacob Coulson, hopefully I said that right, Coulson. Hello to you, nice to see some new names on the live stream. Lynette, hello as well to you. Les Smith, just loads of different names. My weather apps are saying severe thunderstorms for Cambridge, so yeah, you could see some, and you'll see this is just updated, this run behind me, and I'm going to fix the screen so you can actually see it. But yeah, there's been some big updates on this. Hello to Aaron as well, nice to see you in here as well. J W as well, and Susan, nice to see you again, like some new names. Finally caught you live, you did. Hello to my moderators as well. Oh my god. Hello to Andrew as well, one of my other mods. I've just seen that pop up. That's going to ping through in a moment. Barb's gone mad again. Sending all these bloody channel memberships out. Oh, that's going to ping through now. Barb's off a rocker. Welcome to the new members. Martin, Dean, Max Harris, Go West Media and Lucy. Hello to you guys getting the moderators. Well done. And thank you to Bob for supporting the channel again. Oh, there we go. Well, don't know. Better drink a cup of tea now. I don't have to celebrate. I know I'm plugging too much at the start of the stream, but we are. The growth has been pretty good recently. We are 7 subscribers away from 1,800. So if you are new around here, consider subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate it. So we're going to start then with all the waffle and all of these things coming up. We're going to start by looking at the latest from the UKV. I've lost my words. Yeah, and we'll get straight on with it. But yeah, with the chats in. Right, so we're going to start then with UKV. We have seen a couple of thunderstorms developing in the east today, around the York area. Sorry, Max. They did develop around there, but they went just to his west, so he just missed out on some decent-looking thunderstorms. But there has been a few flashes around, as you can see here. I'm going to bring up this and quickly show you the weather radar, and you can see the lightning strikes on there. So you can see that there was a few isolated lightning strikes around the York area, just going to the north. Look at those strikes just to the north there. Pretty unlucky, I should say. Oopsie days. Pretty unlucky. But as you can see, they're clearing through the eastern part of the northeast, I should say, through this evening. There's a few patchy thunderstorms moving in. But as you can see, there's this area of heavy rain moving in to the southwest through this evening and, well, to the early hours of tomorrow morning. So by 6 a.m. on Saturday, you can see some rain, heavy rain moving up from southwest, affecting the southeast. Some of these could be thundery. There's a little bit of cape around, which the cape is the energy available for a thunderstorm. So these oranges and reds indicate there could be some pretty decent thunderstorms around if we have rainfall and the correct levels of pressure, which it looks like we will. So there could be a few thunderstorms in the southeast. Obviously, a lot of heavy rain, and that's why we see those rainfall totals. By the middle of Saturday, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock midday, you can see the showers are beginning to band together, and you can see some really heavy pulses within this mixing in. So we could see some really big, heavy rainfall totals. You can see the Cape as well is not that high. If we do see any showers in the southeast, they could have a thundery sort of nature to them in the southeast. So like Kent, for example, could see some quite big thunderstorms there before they do clear away to our north and east. But there is variation between the models. This sort of rainfall, see like this squally rain in the west here, and that could produce some quite big flash flooding. So that could be a big problem with this. And as some of you all have noted, the warning has been upgraded to an amber warning, and we'll have a look at that as well in a moment. Going into Sunday, you can see there's some quite heavy showers moving into Scotland, central belt of Scotland moving northwards. Obviously, they're going to most likely be rain, not too much thunder associated with that, besides maybe the far northeast through the early hours of Sunday. But you can see that there is some showers and thunderstorms gathering pace from the southwest, beginning to move in, and they're going to start moving northeastwards. So we see plenty of showers, probably thundery showers, moving northeastwards through central southern Britain through Sunday. Quite a bit of cape around, so definitely potential for some thunderstorms and heavy pulses of rain. Quite short, sharp showers mixed in through Sunday afternoon. A day of sunshine and showers probably. If we look at the winds, it's not too bad, so quite light winds, so not too many problems with that. Little feature for southwest Wales on Sunday. You can see some heavy rain mixed in there, and that's got some cape around, so there could be some big thunderstorms for southwest Wales there as that moves through again. So Sunday night could be one to watch for this area in the southwest of Wales. Then you can see just just lots of rain around and plenty of showers, which again could be thundery into Monday afternoon. Can see plenty of cape around again. So some of these showers in the west and in the west and northwest could be thundery. Got plenty of heavy rain moving into the northwest of Scotland, and into Scotland, I should say, and that is just quite widespread, really. Going into Tuesday, pretty much a drier day, a few showers around, but where you miss the showers, not too bad, besides in the south, where there is quite a scattering of showers around the country. Into Wednesday, you can see that the winds are turning into more of a northwesterly direction, so showers are affecting the southeast and the northeast of Scotland there, and southeast of England. So a very mixed picture from the run today. But you can see the potential for thunderstorms is definitely there. See these reds, these dark oranges of reds are circling around the country a lot. So there is definitely the potential there for some thunderstorms, definitely, I would say. I'm going to check the chat and then we'll go through some messages. Let's see. Where would you say we'll get hit the worst of thunderstorms? Definitely the southeast, Jacob, but also the east as well. Along like the east coast, northeast coast, I should say. If you look at the chart today, maybe southwest Wales as well, with this little feature on Sunday night, that could bring some quite heavy rain and some isolated thunderstorms. But if we think about it more locally, definitely the southeast. But generally, this area of rain moving through central England, within it there could be some thunder, especially in these heavier bursts. There could be some rumbles of thunder and lightning mixed in, but it's just very hard to forecast because this keeps changing. And any showers behind this rain band, so for the South Midlands, they could also see some thunderstorms mixed in as well. So it's a very hard picture to forecast, and obviously the models are a bit all over the place. But there is some sort of regime, but it just looks southeast, the east, the northeast are the most likely places to see them, as well as in the west, most like the Liverpool area, for example, and also the southern Midlands as well. So yeah, very mixed picture. If we look at the live radar, you can see that there are some heavy showers at the moment affecting the northeast. So they just barely missed York and they went northeastwards. They're continuing to progress into the North Sea, and they're on like a northeasterly direction as they move northwards. The northeasterly direction. They're moving northwards into the North Sea just before Newcastle. So a few areas there could see a few thunderstorms mixed in, but with this heavier rain. But of course, very unreliable picture. So yeah, it's very interesting chart. Thunderstorms, yeah. I'm just praying the weather's going to be good in Barnaby from the 28th to the 30th. We will have a look at the longer range, Les. I will have a look at that in a minute. Just wanted to go through that. I saw that. I've got some Thunderstorm Central Belt. It's not completely out of the question, but it's very unlikely. Yeah, happy birthday for the 23rd, Les. If I remember, I'll shout you out. I'll write it down, actually. 1 minute. Write it down. Because you have been watching a lot on the channel. So we'll write it down. Happy birthday. There we go. Yeah. Stop rubbing it in. Yeah, I'm not rubbing it in. Live in Newcastle, been a fine day today and all. Yeah. It's been pretty good here, to be honest. 23 degrees. Not too bad, is it? Not too bad. Actually, you'll get storms. You probably will. You probably will get a storm tomorrow in York. I won't be surprised. This heavy rain, especially along the east and the west, is going to bring some thunderstorms somewhere, you'd think, wouldn't you? Nice cup of that. We'll look at the latest then from the model output to see what they are showing for the next week or so. At the moment, we've got, again, low pressure beginning to move in from off the Atlantic into this weekend. You can see it dives to the south, which is why we see these thunderstorms, because behind that, we're bringing in the wind from the east into that, so warmer air moving in, back in from the east, with the moisture from the southwest. That's bringing the rain, particularly to the south, but that's going to clear away into Monday, into the North Sea, and return more Atlantic-driven westerly flow, but remaining mostly dry. Winds are in from the west, high pressure's out to our southwest, and winds are in from off the Atlantic, so iffy. It's pretty dry, though, until around Thursday, Friday. It could be a little bit more unsettled further north into Friday, with a few showers grazing the northwest of the country. Before with this run, there has been a bit of a change in the last few days. High pressure centred basically just to our southwest, and winds are in from the northwest, keeping it average to slightly below average of the temperatures, but mainly dry. Mainly dry here, I should say. Eventually, in the longer term, could turn a bit more unsettled, but not as unsettled as was shown previously, I must say, from the runs. Not at all. Definitely has been toned down in the last few days. This unsettled spell afterwards into the last week of July and start of August definitely has been toned down a lot. But we look pretty high pressure centre, just a bit cooler than it has been as of late. It's still, I'd say 23's the sweet spot. It's been pretty nice today. But yeah, it looks pretty dry besides further northwards after the weekend's spell of weather. If we look at the GM, the Canadian model next, it's one of my least favourite runs. You can see again low pressure moving in from off the Atlantic, dive into our southwest, bringing in those thunderstorms and heavy rain spells, particularly to the east and then central Britain through Saturday and Sunday. Then another low moves through on Tuesday and Wednesday into Scotland, bringing bouts of rain. Before high pressure builds out to our west and winds go into more of a northwesterly direction for a time, very briefly. Before, again, that high pressure just begins to move again, just out to our west. You can see it's just out to the west of the country. Winds are in from the northwest, and it is a bit cooler at that point as well, with low pressure sitting over Scandinavia. High pressures to our west, winds are in from the northwest, so just turning a bit cooler than it was previously. So, definitely cooler than it has been as of late, but again, it's nothing too far from the long-term average. It's not too much deviation. Still reaching, 23 degrees in the south, probably. So, It's not too bad, is it? Yeah, 21, 22 in the south. It's not too bad, is it? Just this high pressure to our west, which is the Azores high, by the way, that is basically controlling the weather. So we are still remaining under high pressure, so it is, remaining mostly dry, besides for the north, as normal. Dry in the south, wetter in the north. But it's not, heat waves or anything like that, just due to the positioning of the high pressure. Finally, the ECM, which is just coming out again. Low pressure diving southwards through Sunday into Monday, bringing that wet weather and thunderstorms in to the east and southeast, and then moving into central Britain, into the north, to the central belt of Scotland, into the northeast. As that clears away, winds tend to more of a northwesterly direction and return drier again. With this run, high pressure properly strengthens by the end of the 25th. High pressure properly strengthens to our south. Bit of a heat plume over Spain there, just to the west of Spain. And winds are in from off the Atlantic again, from a westerly direction. So with this run, it is turning a bit warmer at the very end, but of course a long way off. But before that, it is relatively cool and dry, with winds in from the northwest, with transient ridges and unsettled spells at the start, before just drying out, and temperatures around average, really. So nothing too much going on in that respect with the weather. Not too much going on at all, but of course it's subject to change in the longer term. I think they overdone the storms out because over France it's way smaller than on there. Could still be developing. Yeah, it could be. So I just seen you join the chat. Welcome back. Welcome back. We'll look at the diagrams, the ensembles. You can see the trend is, around slightly above average at the moment, but those upper temperatures are going to be dipping into next week, or after the weekend, I should say. They are going to be dipping to around average, and then in the longer term, around average, oscillating above and below. There are a few warmer or milder runs in there, as well as a few cooler runs, but overall it looks pretty average. There's not too much support for a return to a heat spell at the moment. August is looking like a pretty mixed month, I must say, but I do still think there will be heat spikes at times, as there normally is, and I think people did overreact, saying that it was going to turn unsettled and that was going to be the set in stone pattern for the rest of the summer. It's not at all. Summer's not done at all. Just watch this space in August. It definitely will have, I'm saying, a 30-degree plus spell. So, yeah, remember that. Remember that when I'm forecasting it in a couple of weeks' time. If we compare that to the ECM WF run, you can see with the ensembles that they are again around average to slightly above average before dropping in the longer term. Precipitation again, big spike at the weekend with those potential thunderstorms. And then after that, drying trend develops within the model output. So, drying out and returning to the theme that we saw before, just with the temperatures slightly around average, really. Not too much deviation from the mean. So, yeah, it's a very mixed spell, to say the least. There's not too much happening besides, obviously, these thunderstorms. I just didn't fancy making a video today. I just thought, we'll set up a stream and we'll have a bit of fun, drinking tea and chatting about the weather. So I'll have a read of the chat, and Suits off to the shop. Hello to Spirit, nice to see you in the chat. Nice to see you in the chat. Does look more stronger with activity. It does on this run, definitely, than it did before. Jacob. Definitely does look a little bit stronger than that. If we have a look at the CFS run, obviously I'll probably be getting chinned at. You can already see the comments. Normally I can't, but normally I get chinned at for showing these, but I don't really care. Well, this is the CFS anomaly for the rest of July. It has high pressure centred out to our west. Low pressure's just... high pressure's out to our east. Low pressure's out to our west. Winds are in from the southwest, so pretty mixed. Mixed and unsettled spell predicted. August looks pretty dry and decent, to be fair. High pressure's through the west of Europe, through the North Atlantic, and it looks pretty dry, to be honest. Winds may be in from the west, but it's not too bad. It looks like a pretty dry and pleasant month. September looks like an anticyclonic month. High pressure sat right up the top of the country. Anticyclonic, pretty dry. Maybe the potential for some warm or hot spells, as we normally see in September. Potentially is there. Oh, should we look at some winter charts? Go on then, November. High pressure's ridging through the Atlantic. Low pressure's to our east. Winds in from a northwesterly direction, so maybe a bit cooler or colder. December, not what you want if you want cold. High pressure's to our south and east. Winds in from the southwest. January looks pretty good. High pressure to our northeast over Scandinavia. Winds in from the northeast. Pretty cold and a wintry month, if that was true. February looks pretty bad if you want cold weather, but if you want warm weather, it's probably good. High pressure's way out to our southwest. Low pressure's to our south. Winds in from the southwest, so a pretty mild month favoured there. Most unsettled in the south. And then we've got March, many weathers with low pressure in from off the Atlantic, a very unsettled and stormy month predicted there. Don't know why I showed them, but I've just fancied it, you know what I mean? Laura's just got back. How's it looking for Derbyshire? You could see the an isolated thunderstorm. I wouldn't rule it out, but it doesn't look great. I must be honest, it doesn't look that great. It's like here, really. The chance is there, but it's not that high. If I have a look, actually, Derbyshire, you could see, so there's going to be some heavy rain around, as you'd expect. It's just, if you're on the back edge of that, there is a very, very, very narrow line of cape extending downwards towards like Derbyshire, Buxton, for example, and extending to the north. If you see that very narrow band, you could see some quite intense thunderstorms. Let's say at this area, for example, that could see some quite big thunderstorms through the midday Saturday tomorrow. But of course, it's very, very hard to determine the exact trend of this rainfall and where we exactly will see the thunderstorms. But I won't rule it out at all. I put the chance about 35-40%. So you never know. I mean, I put Max's chance at 65%, but who knows? Who knows? So yeah, Isle of Wight. There's some rain. I mean, there's some rain moving in, like gracing the east of the Isle of Wight, but not too much going on there, I must say. For you, Spirit, I won't get your hopes up too much. Maybe later on into Sunday, early hours of Sunday, if you're awake, could see the isolated thundery shower. But I'm not expecting too much for down there, really. Looks like he's missing all the action this time, I'm afraid. But I wouldn't, again, through early hours of Sunday, wouldn't rule out a little bit of action for you down there. So yeah, very mixed pattern. Very mixed pattern. Storms not looking great. Well, they never do look great for you, James. But you see all the snow in the winter, being like that time just like yeah. Still kicking off just north of me. Yeah, it still is. I can show you it actually. This is the track, the thing we're tracking. 8:15 now. This is updated to on this website. You can see that though this area of heavy rain and storms moving into that North Sea, and you can just see it moving past Northallerton, just to the east of Northallerton, moving into the North Sea. They were quite heavy showers, but they probably will dissipate as they begin to move. But you can see there was a few thundery cells, and you can see they're still active. In the last 10 minutes, there's been a few strikes or thunder claps in the area. So it's still an active cell, but obviously it probably will weaken as it moves away. So yeah, we'd like to see some. Andrew, what about Barnsley? Well, I'm a bit biased towards hometown. I must say there's probably no chance. Let's be honest. Never really does it here. The only thing that we see here is the odd flash and bit of rain. But yeah, not looking too great, to be honest. Not looking too great at all. Can't wait for snow. All right, James. Yeah, we know it snowed in June. It snowed in June up there. Just demolition of chip. Oh, chip butty. All right, good. Don't call it cob down here. Call it chip butty. No, you can call it a cob. Chip butty is the more name round here, round these parts. Nah. They're delicious though. Fish and chips though. It's brilliant. One of my favourite foods. Well, as pasta, but anyway. I think we've run over everything, haven't we, in this stream? If you did enjoy the stream, make sure to leave your support. Thank you all for joining this stream. I know it's been a bit of a short one, but we just wanted to have a quick run through the latest from the charts, of course, from the for the storm potential. But there you go. Counting the day. Yeah. Yeah, counting the days. That's what you've got to do when you're always on the winter alert. I don't mind my storm alerts; they do pretty well, so I don't mind them. And I also don't mind seeing the odd storm, as long as I'm safe from the comfort of my own home. I'm not, not in a camper van looking out at it and it's right above my head. I don't like that. First time that happened, I was scared to death. I'll be honest. Right, wuss, wanna. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, thunderstorms. Well, they might see some in the east and the southeast, but again, not expecting too much. Of course, there's an amber warning. I'll very quickly show you that. I know I meant to show you it before, but I'll go over it. Here you go, and I need to find the button. Not that. Amber warnings in force. There you go. Saturday, amber warning for thunderstorms in southeast, where Suit is. Almost. I think he might just be in that. See, there's this amber warning being issued, which basically says torrential rain with thunderstorms in places could lead to some significant water flooding during Saturday morning. So there could be a few thunderstorms around, but not too much. Areas of heavy rain with embedded thunderstorms will move northwards during the early hours of Saturday. Torrential downpours in places. Accumulations of 20 to 40 millimetres are possible in an hour, and where heavy downpours persist, as much as 70 to 100 metres could accumulate in just a few hours. So significant rainfall, could be some flash flooding around. I wouldn't rule it out, especially with these heavier outbursts, and there's a general yellow warning for thunderstorms from the south northwards, extending up to the central belt of Scotland. With just its potential for 20 to 30 millimetres of rain in less than an hour in some isolated spots, and torrential rain with some thunderstorms around. The intensity is quite low. If you look at this, you can see the impacts, medium impact, but the likelihood is still quite low because it's still a little bit uncertain as to where exactly we will see these thunderstorms, where exactly this Cape line will form, and the exact intensity of any rainfall that we do see. Central England looks to see the most intense rainfall, so there you go. There you go. Thunderstorms more next week. Yeah. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. It's hopefully you get the thunderstorms you want to. Been a bit of a quiet stream, but that's alright. It means we can go through the chat and we have less idiots on, doesn't it? To sort out. For them to sort out, they get to take a little bit of a chill, sit back like this and drink whatever they're drinking. Ben's just joined a little bit too late. We're just wrapping up, but yeah, hope you're doing well. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Join the Discord down below if you haven't already. We do post, and I regularly do post on there, and it should all be linked in the description. So if you want to become a member, but of course, probably all of you are members now that Barb's made you all mods. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.